Hello everybody, welcome back to Sleepless Craft. That's right, we're looking a little bit rough today because we haven't slept in a couple of days on the server. You can see I have a couple of phantom heads to my name. And yeah, the phantoms are out in full force. Also out in full force, blocks flying into the air out in full force today, as you can see behind me. Things have sort of gotten a little bit worse here today. And yeah, that's sort of been bared out at the Levitologicator 4000. If we make our way out there, let me just quickly put on my stuff here so we can actually fly out there. But yeah, if we make our way out there, yeah, it's gotten a little bit worse. Today is actually day 7. I haven't made today's measurement, but yeah, you can see we're levitating here. And if I make my way over here, the last 2 days we've seen a slight uptick again in the levitation. So if I get over here, you can see. So day 4 we left off. We had 11 levitations. Day 5 we had 12 levitations, and we went to 10 blocks 5 times, which is the worst day we've had yet. And day 6 we also levitated 12 times. So I'll keep you guys up to date on the levitation stuff over the next few days. But today I wanted to show off a couple of things we've done at the canyon recently. So last time you may have seen we added some wither roses to the canyon in some various spots. So you can see every once in a while here we got some wither roses just chilling down here. And if you get too close, you get the wither effect like this. So yeah, don't get too close to those. You got to try to avoid those as you sort of walk around the canyon. But it's meant to make the canyon just a little bit more deadly. It also actually helps with mobs a little bit, as the mobs sometimes walks into these flowers and dies. So that's actually pretty useful. You can see our sea pickle farm back there. But these are like sprinkled throughout the canyon a little bit. There's not too many of them. Some spots have more than others. But yeah, there's just a couple of wither roses here and there throughout the canyon now. So just thought I'd mention that. Also, we added some details to the canyon. You can see the lava river over here is now smoldering. There's some smoke coming out of it. Same with the lava pools around here. So you can see these all have some smoke coming out of them. So just a nice little detail we added all around the area. And this goes down the whole river here. And some of these go to, higher heights and stuff. But just made it so that it, seems a little bit more realistic that the lava river is made of lava and that the lava pools are sort of billowing smoke. Kind of a cool little detail. One other thing I did is we added a little section to the canyon down here. If you guys recall, we have this little section right next to our what do you call it? Our teleportation room. This basically, when you come out here, we have like a little area that goes down to the ocean. This now actually leads to the ocean, and if we follow through here, you see we have like a flat water line here, like a water surface. And when we walk through to here, we actually have a skeleton horse. This is the Swaggin' skeleton horse that Scar sold us, and I've named it Boney McBoneface McGee III. And so, if we're ever in a tight situation, all we have to do, simply right-click there, get on the skeleton horse, and we can just ride on out. So that is something that we can do there. We have the conduit effect in this area, by the way, so we can easily breathe underwater. So let's just hook up this horse back here. And yeah, we also decorated this area down here with some vegetation and stuff, so looks pretty nice now. So that's really nice, and you can just simply swim in here from underground into the canyon. So nice little transition there. So you might be asking, Cub, what are you going to do today? And I want to say sleep, but actually we're going to be working on this farm behind me here. So this farm we made quite a long time ago, back when this whole area was plains biome. It still is plains biome, but it actually looked like a plains biome. So it worked really well with the green in the green with the grass here, but now, as you can see, it's orange concrete powder instead. So I like this structure to basically blend in more with the upper enchanted desert. So I think we're gonna swap out all the blocks in this whole farm, and we'll make them into probably like red sandstone. I think would be a good choice, just because we have red sandstone in the surrounding canyon over there, and it also works well with the orange concrete powder, as evidenced by the transitions between these areas. they complement each other really nicely. So yeah, I think that's what we're going to do. So let's get down into our base here. Now defended by cats and wither roses a little bit. So we'll step on in here, and we have some extra red sand from when we made the Upper Enchanted Desert. So we got a couple boxes of this, and we also have a little bit of red sandstone, I believe, right here. Yes. Very good. Yeah, so we got a little bit in here. So we'll use this and some of the red sand to make the new version of the Dripstone farm out there right now. Alright, so here are the materials we have to use. We have a box of cut and chiseled red sandstone. Not too much of that. We got the smooth red sandstone box we just made in the smelter. We got one regular red sandstone box, and we got some stairs and slabs, but not very many. We'll probably have to make more right here. So the goals with this project, obviously we want to make it blend in better with the orange concrete powder down here of the Lower Enchanted Desert. But we also want to utilize some things like pointed dripstone and stuff. So like we want to have something like maybe on top of the structure here we have like a little like pillar of pointed dripstone like this to sort of bring some of the canyon into this as well. So we want to incorporate that into the design. That's sort of another sort of design aspect. Also, since we're going to be covering over a lot of this area, we're going to have to do something to help the bamboo continue to grow, because right now it grows because it's open to the sky. There's skylight that comes through. But yeah, bamboo needs a light level of, I think it's 11 to grow. So if we cover this over, the bamboo in the center, particularly on this side away from the jack-o'-lantern line, might have difficulty growing. So we need to keep that in mind, and we also don't want mobs to spawn inside of here, so we may have to put lighting in some spots, in particular like where the flying machine is down here. This area on the top of the flying machine, like on top of this row of slime blocks here, could have mobs spawn on top of it if we cover up this gap here, which I think we'll probably do, because I don't think we want... Whoops. This might get interesting if this flying machine decides to go now. Okay, we're fine. It might get, yeah, some mobs spawning in here if we cover this up. So we have to be aware of that and place down some lighting up there. Looks like we already have some lighting with the torch in there, but yeah, we want to be careful with that as well. Anyways, let's go ahead and jump into a little bit of a time lapse now, and we're going to totally redesign the color scheme of this farm. So the farms on the inside of the Dripstone farm have been reorganized, namely the bamboo farm. So we now have a couple of extra rows of lighting so that the bamboo can still grow up to the top of the farm area, as you see right here. And we also put shroom lights on the top to help it grow up once it gets past the halfway point or so. So that's great. We're also working on the outside of the farm now, and you can see we put down some red sandstone slabs here. That adds a little bit of depth, similar to what the mossy cobblestone slabs did before. We got some smooth red sandstone behind that, just because I like the way the smooth red sandstone looks. And I think we're going to basically replace these mossy blocks here, like these. Going to replace these with some smooth red sandstone like this. So that's going to be like that. We'll also, of course, replace the glass here. The green glass is going to be replaced with orange glass because, yeah, the red sandstone is pretty much orange, even though it's technically red sandstone. And then we're going to make some of these pillars right here. So these pillars are going to replace the pillars that were here, but were not spaced properly. They were like only on the back half because I made this part of the farm first and then expanded it later on. So that was sort of a relic of a very long time ago. But yeah, these new pillars, we're going to have one here, of course, which is already standing with a little bit of like wall action here to provide just a little bit of extra depth. And we're going to basically space these out so there'll be one over here. And of course, we're going to alternate the cut and the chiseled, which is not here. Is this chiseled? Nope, that's not chiseled. This is chiseled. Chiseled sandstone. So it's going to be basically like we'll have cut sandstone, chiseled sandstone, cut sandstone, chiseled sandstone, cut sandstone, chiseled sandstone, all the way to the top. You get the idea here. So yeah, that's going to be what we do there. And then we'll do the exact same thing on the opposite side. For the top, we're going to do some smooth sandstone, smooth red sandstone on the very top. And we also want to add some things on the top here. For instance, I'm thinking we're going to put down like pointed dripstone to bring the canyon in, as I said we wanted to. So something like this, maybe, like on these little outcroppings here, where the stairs sort of like come out a little bit and they form like a nice like top section. And then I want to have like one row of some amethyst clusters, just because I think that fits really nicely with the enchanted desert down below where we have a bunch of amethyst clusters. So that sort of ties that in as well. And on the very top here, I'm thinking like for this main section, we could just put like all amethyst clusters if we really wanted to, but I think that would be maybe a little bit too much. So I'm thinking like this kind of looks like a factory, and it kind of is a factory actually. Like this has produced the majority of the dripstone blocks and the pointed dripstone that's in this canyon here, and also like everywhere else down here. So I think maybe it would be cool if we made like this top bit into like a giant solar panel as well. So if I get up my ender chest, and if we can float back down, there we go. So we'll get out some daylight detectors. I think it would be cool if we put daylight detectors like in here, and maybe we'll use the inverted ones because these look a little bit more like solar panels. So we'll use like inverted daylight sensors here on the top to act as sort of like not only spawn proofing, but also like a giant like solar panel, as if this is like powered by like renewable energy. I think that would be super cool to have as well. So that's the plan here. I'll keep working on this, and I'll be back. Ladies and gentlemen, the canyon at night is a deadly and wild place. It should not be traversed by anyone, anywhere, at any time. You can see these phantoms are kind of annoying as well, but there we go. But yeah, take a look at this. Look at all these mobs. Look at the amount of mobs we got in the canyon. Look at them, just coming out the woodwork. It's craziness. It is actually craziness, though, like, legit. You can actually see I killed some down in there already. But, yeah, the canyon at night. Not even once. Not even once. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. It appears that the situation continues to deteriorate here as blocks continue to fly higher. This is not a good sign. Good news, though. We got a large portion of this farm complete now. If I fly around here, you can see that there's stuff still after me, so let me boost away. There we go. Yeah, that gives you a better view. Look at that. That looks nice. I love the amethyst on the top. Really makes it like look super sharp. And we also got the pointed dripstone, of course, on the side bits here, which also looks really nice. Only things we have to do are still the glass on the side. We got to make this green glass into orange glass, and we actually need to get the top bit done, the actual daylight sensors, which we actually need raw quartz for that, and I'm not actually sure we have raw quartz. Let's go and check real quick, but I do like the way this thing is looking in general. You can see what it looks like from this side as well. Just looks really nice. I don't know. I think it fits super well if I like boost down to the ground here. Yeah, that fits in so much better now. It fits in so much better now. Oh my goodness. Just beautiful. Just beautiful. Much better than it was before, so that's looking great. Let's go see if we have any quartz. I don't think we do, so we may have to go and buy some. Excuse me. There we go. So let's see. I think it's in quartz, raw quartz. Here we go. 3 raw quartz. Beautiful. So yeah, we definitely need some. I don't think there's any, those are just blocks. Okay, so let's go see if anybody is actually selling raw quartz. If not, we'll have to go to the nether and mine some. We need to buy a bunch more quartz. We need to buy some in our shorts. We need to buy a bunch of glass. We need to buy it really fast. Here we go. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So we'll do 9 across like that. There we are. And we might as well buy the rest of the quartz because we're going to need it. We're going to need it. Next up, glass. And we're going to buy a bunch from Pearl here, I think. It says 1 diamond for 2 stacks. So there's 18 stacks here. So that's 9 diamonds like so. There we go. All right. That will cover the glass. At this point, I thought I had enough quartz to make enough daylight sensors to fill up the entire top of the farm. But as you'll see, that just wasn't quite the case. We actually needed more. Oh, is this it for me? Farewell, friends. I move on to a better place. Guess not. I am losing it here, guys. I am losing it. I'm losing it. Okay, we ran out of quartz, and we're about halfway there. So, gotta go quartz mine. We also need to get a little bit more orange dye. We don't have that much, so we need to actually boost over to our flower farm over here. Hopefully there's nothing too bad nearby this. Looks like there's a skeleton who wants to tango, but not today, my friend. Alright, let's make our way through here. So, we want the orange. So, red, yellow, go, go, go. Very good, very good. I think there actually might also be, yeah, some in there, actually. Yeah, there's actually quite a few in there, so we'll just stop on in here. Shut that one off. Get on in here. Shut this one off. There we go. Beautiful. Alright, we'll take a few more of these. Bada bing. Bada boom. And we're off. Alright, fantastic. You know who else sells quartz? Evil Asuma, I believe, has some quartz in the form of some nether ores. So let's just take a look and see what we got. So 32 nether quartz ore for a premium derp coin. But the derp coins have become iron nuggets, apparently. So that means we've been scammed. We've been scammed, ladies and gentlemen. Oh my goodness, this day is just going downhill fast. Jeez. I knew it was a scam all along. Hey, at least we got a lot of bottles of enchanting out of it. We got a ton of these. Most of these were ours. And after we bought them out, I feel like we still got a good amount worth, but still, we had a bit left we could have spent. And we kind of need that quartz ore, I'm going to be honest with you. In fact, I mean, since we got scammed, I don't think he minds if we take this, right? Yeah, we're just gonna take it because we need the quartz ore. We need the quartz ore quite a lot, actually. So, perfect. Despite being scammed by Derpcoin, we were able to find some quartz at Jevon's shop, which we used to make some daylight sensors and complete the build. Dripstone farm is now completed, ladies and gentlemen. Here is what it's looking like. As you can see, it now fits in a lot better with the lower enchanted desert, and there are also a ton of mobs down there. But yeah, really digging how it's turned out, and yeah, I really like especially the amethyst crystals on the top, providing just that little subtle hint of lighting around the entire thing, around the entire giant inverted daylight sensor array. And also we added some soul lanterns around the outside here in various spots. And that just helps mainly to like add to the feeling of this as like an enchanted farm, sort of to go with the enchanted desert a little bit. Wow, there are a lot of mobs down here. Also, there are some phantoms coming for me. There we go. Got that one taken out. Very good. Just to give you another angle, let's come over here and see what it looks like coming from this side. Yeah, that's really nice. That is really nice. Also, the orange glass goes nicely, and actually all the red sandstone goes nicely with the glazed orange terracotta inside the farm itself. So, yeah, this project turned out really, really nicely. And, yeah, it's kind of a unique build. Like, there's nothing really that's like it, but yeah, it looks super cool with the spikes and stuff. I like it. So that is the upgraded dripstone farm. Of course, it also functions exactly the same. Harvests the pointed dripstone, the bamboo, the weeping vines, and the sugar canes. No problem. So that's awesome that we were able to upgrade this. And yeah, as I was building this, I actually noticed something about the moon that I haven't really seen too many people talk about. So let's wait just a second here for the moon to rise again, and let's talk about it. Ladies and gentlemen, the moon has now risen over the canyon. As you can see, it's absolutely massive, absolutely enormous in size, but that's not what I noticed when I was working on this farm. Instead, what I realized is that the moon has not changed phase at all since it became bigger. And you can also see there's a lot of blocks going super, super high up now. Almost seemingly like being pulled up to the moon itself. That's absolutely insane. Of course, we also have a huge amount of phantoms here. Let's just take these guys down real quick. There we go. And this guy. There we go. Perfect. So that's what I basically realized about the moon. And once I realized the moon was full all the time, and has remained full for weeks now as the moon's been growing bigger, I thought to myself, where is it that we see a full moon in Minecraft, and what could this tell us about the moon itself? And that's when I remembered the painting. Now, I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, what painting? The painting. The painting. The painting. Check it out. So, we got a painting here. Let's just go down and I'll show you it. Now, fair warning, this cannot be unseen. You've been warned. It cannot be unseen. You might be shook a little bit once you see it, but believe me when I say that this has flown under the radar for some time. So if we float down here, and let's just put a block up here, this is the painting. Yeah. Yeah. This is the painting. So basically, what we got here, we got a flaming skull here, right? Representing death and destruction. And what just so happens to be in the background? Well, if it isn't our good friend, the full moon. Ladies and gentlemen, this painting is a prophecy foretelling that the moon will bring death and destruction to the overworld. In fact, he's actually sitting on some grass in the overworld with the mountain behind him. And this has been flying under the radar the entire time. This painting has honestly tied everything together for me. It was foretold long ago that this would happen, and the moon is the cause of everything we see. The earthquakes, the blocks flying in the air, the jump boost, slow falling, the levitation, as you can see. Man, that is nuts. We gotta let people know about this. We gotta let them know. This is not good. This is not good. We need to warn people. We need to warn people. Oh, baby, we need to warn people. Alright, I'm putting this right here. Can't miss this. There's nothing here, right? Okay, we're going here. We gotta put this here. Forebode them. Gotta warn them. Gotta let them know what's coming. The prophecy foretells it. And I'm gonna be honest, man. If the prophecy is right, I mean, you can't really deny it. You can't really prevent it. So, I mean, save yourselves. This has got to be enough to convince them, I think. Save yourselves, the prophecy is real. Full moon coincidence. And catches breath. More an incoherent screaming. Moon prophecy is coming. Why all caps? IDK. Maybe it's the moon. Yeah, that's got to be it. That's got to catch their attention. Let them know. The The moon prophecy is real, ladies and gentlemen. Let's move on to somewhere else. Of course, we got to have a bunch of moon paintings all around, and yeah, letting people know there's one there, there's one there. We go down here, there's one here, there's one here. We left them at a bunch of people's bases as well. Gotta let them know, save yourself and your pet, but especially the pet. This is getting really bad now, guys. This is getting really, really bad. Blocks are now starting to fly up even higher still, and yeah, things are getting significantly worse. Phantoms are also still spawning because we haven't slept in so long, but man. Big moon, big skull, coincidence, I can't spell. Save yourself. There we go. Hopefully, these messages are enough to convince people that the moon prophecy is real, the moon is coming, and nothing can be done.